Hello, and welcome to channel Ein Our Key, and I am your host, Voluntary. A lot has happened in the last several months, and I was too busy to cover it. I am instead going to skip straight to the story of the day, Elon Musk's purchase of Twitter. Elon Musk. He vexes me. I find him so frustrating. What he says, that I like. If all there was to Elon Musk was his public statements, I'd probably really like him quite a lot. The problem is there is such a stark contrast between what he says and what he does. Let us start with the center jewel of his corporate holdings, and that is the company Tesla. There are problems with Tesla's business model. The first of the problems is the subsidies that Tesla receives from other automobile companies. These are labeled as carbon offsets since Teslas are zero emission at the vehicle. So other companies can reduce their carbon burden. It is through a series of legal fictions that they can pay Tesla to assume their carbon burden. The next thing that Tesla does is that every single one of their vehicles sells through a combination of subsidies and tax credits, lowering the upfront price a consumer pays. You have to be pretty well off to take advantage of the tax credits. Although being on the freedom and market side of the political sphere, I don't like to equate tax credits with subsidies. They are not far removed from each other in this instance. Then take the Boring Company and SpaceX. Elon Musk delivers big promises, but the companies provide routine average services for the government. How much of his business comes from government interference in the market? How many people invest in his otherwise unprofitable businesses? That's the question I wonder the most, and while I have tried to research it, but there's some obscurity in finding this out. The point is that the Elon Musk of business investment and the Elon Musk of public commentary seem to have some distance from each other. And now, after all that, Elon Musk has successfully put in a bid to purchase Twitter. He hasn't made any significant changes yet, but I am forced to wonder which Elon Musk purchased Twitter. Is it the businessman who is actually close to the government? Or is it the public speaker who stands in opposition to the government? That makes me wonder what Elon is thinking. What are his motivations? Where is he actually going with his many ventures? Perhaps his motivation is to expose and make fun of hypocrites. If that is the case, he's doing an excellent job of it. That would also unite the two versions of Elon. He sells his Teslas to wealthy liberals who fool themselves into thinking they are helping the environment. In that case, I have to commend him for finding a way to profit doing so. Others say he is simply running a scam. Consider how much he promises and how little he delivers, and yet still convinces people to invest in his ventures. There is that possibility. All a person has to do is look at older videos of him talking about all the things he is going to do, such as fast and cheap tunnels or electric trucks, and compare them to the results, and there does seem to be a mismatch. Look at videos from several years ago, so that you are past the deadline for his promises, and you will see for yourself just how few promises have been kept. Then there is another option, a much more conspiratorial possibility. This is very unlikely, but it is very entertaining to think about. So there is a subplot in Atlas Shrugged where Francisco d'Anconia is actively seeking investments from those he despises, so that when his ventures fail, he causes them to lose money. The most blatant example is the San Sebastian mines, but the most extreme example is the complete destruction of d'Anconia copper worldwide. Actual serious investors did not do business with d'Anconia copper. Of course, in the highly polarized world, everyone being in one camp or the other, people either invested a lot or invested nothing at all in his ventures. Of course, this is a conspiracy theory. I can't say it's what he is doing. But it isn't impossible when speculating about his rather obscure motives. That's why he vexes me. I don't know what his game is. I don't know where he's going with this. Now he's purchasing Twitter. He hasn't done much with it yet, but already all the right people are screeching about him doing this. The hypocrisy is very much on display, with people making the absurd argument that they don't have free speech unless others are silenced. These same people made the argument a few years ago that Twitter, as a private company, could do whatever it wants and could silence whoever it wants. It looks like this private company is going to unsilence whoever it wants. Twitter isn't Tesla or the Boring Company. It is an actual company that actually produces some of what it claims. Yes, he could be involved in it to make it work better. He hasn't made any overly grandiose promises about what he intends to do, which may mean he is actually serious. Widely, he has asked for the code to be locked down. The programmers. What is it with these programmers? I am an engineer. I work with programmers and engineer. None of the ones I know take the side of the Twitterati. Where do these woke programmers come from? And do they program in C+ equality? Interestingly, he has managed to uncover major problems with Twitter even before the purchase is complete. Apparently, the number of bot accounts was far in excess of what was previously counted. Some accounts with approved political leanings are finding their numbers dropping, while others with unapproved political leanings are finding their numbers shooting up. And this is why I am enjoying the show. Those who are used to oppressing others feel oppressed when they are treated with equality, and the blue check marks are feeling very oppressed as they discover there are people out there who disagree with them. Still, this does leave me wondering exactly what Elon Musk is up to. Thank you for watching. We're now in the double digits for subscribers, and hopefully we will only keep growing. So please like, share, comment, and subscribe to help my channel grow.